When thinking about video gaming history, a lot of people think, okay, it started out with Pong, with well, it was the Magnavox Odyssey, and then it was followed by machines like this, the Binatone. This is Mark 10. And then if they have a good memory, they'll consider the Fairchild Channel S, or in this case the Adman Grandstand video entertainment computer, and that of course would be followed by the Atari VCS or 2600.
I am your father.
No. That's not true. That's impossible.
Okay. And then they would probably remember things like the ColecoVision and the Mattel Intellivision, and then on to things like the NES and the Master System. Sorry about that, I just couldn't help myself. So anyway, if you live in the States, all of that would be accurate and true. That is pretty much how gaming history went in the early days. But in Europe, and particularly in the UK, there was another line of systems that slotted in between Pong and the Atari. The Atari, it was released in America in '77, but it didn't make an impression in the UK for a couple of years later. It was released, but it was expensive, and you really didn't see too many of them for a while. So companies were looking for a cheap alternative to get in on the cartridge-based gaming scene. A system was built in Hong Kong which used a series of cartridges using the AY3 chip. AY3 is an abridged version of the name. It was AY3 and then something something something. Each game, it didn't use ROM chips in the cartridge. Each game had a specific chip, and the game was programmed into that chip, and only that game on that chip, and there was a different chip for each game. I'm not going to pretend to understand exactly how it worked, but it wasn't ROM chips. And these plugged into machines like this one you can see here, which basically it's Pong hardware. There's very little to separate this from your standard Pong machine, except the cartridge slot. And they produced a line of games. They were called the PC50X cartridges, and the machines themselves got known as PC50X type machines. And there were loads of different brand names, manufacturers, distributors, whatever. The machines would look different, but they were all basically exactly the same internally. They would all play exactly the same cartridges. And initially they were black and white, but later they made ones like this, the Grandstand SD-070, which were colour. They would use the same cartridges, but they output in colour. Yeah, what else can I tell you? The joystick is really cool. I mean, to be honest, the machine is a piece of junk, and you will find out later when I show you what it's like. But this is a work of art. It looks quite a lot like an Atari joystick, though to be honest the quality is a lot better, and that's analog, but it's good quality self-centering. Now that, I have to say, for an early games console, is one of the best joysticks I have ever come across. So, what does it play like? Are you ready for this? So this is Squash. As you can see, it's a variant on Pong. Obviously, oh god, it's a two-player game. I'm sitting here trying to play it myself. Not doing really well. Yeah. So that's that. you know, all of this stuff is standard. Yeah, tennis. It's very standard Pong. What have we got on here? We've got 9. Oh yes, basketball. I don't even know if there's another player here. So as you can see, pretty advanced stuff. Oh, I see. It's like how many times you hit it compared to how often you score. Great. Yeah. Okay. So this is the motorcycle cartridge. You're against the clock. You've got to get from the top of the screen to the bottom of the screen as fast as you can, jumping over these blobs. You have to wheelie over them, but you've only got a limited amount of wheelie time from what I can tell. And if you go, yeah, I just failed. If you go through one of those blobs without wheeling, you die. Yeah, or something like that. I think I just failed. Yay. So, you know, this is it. Three. Yeah, I hit the blob without wheeling and I crashed. This is, you know, it's all there is. What else have we got? I don't know what that is. No. Okay. Let's try something else. I think I tried that. I'm not sure. Yeah. What else have we got? Wow. Yeah. That is motorcycle for the SD-070. And can you believe this system survived through into like the early 80s? They sold as well. They had like a promotion, a special pack with Kevin Keegan on the front, and I remember seeing them in the shops. I mean, I wouldn't say they sold massively well, but they were way cheaper than the Atari. People did buy them. You know, if you were poor, and well, around that time everyone I knew was, you couldn't afford an Atari, so you got one of these. You know, bit better than Pong, not much, probably less playability in fact, but you know, you had cartridge-based games. Yay. If you're a serious game collector, you might want one, but you know, if you want something to play, really, don't bother. You'll kick yourself.